Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, August 24th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to this podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. It's currently under construction, so you can see perhaps some of the alignment is off, but it does have all the information on it about my work. I'm also on Facebook under business page Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Media. I'm on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. Please be sure to go to all of those platforms to hopefully be helped, inspired, and to learn all about my work. And for those of you coming back every day, thank you, or every week, but of course you're welcome every day. Welcome so much. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the topic this week is, do you receive what you observe? And this wasn't the topic I had planned. It was going to be more about the dimensions. But I will talk about that probably next week. So don't worry about that. But why I decided to talk about this particular topic is because I put a post on my Facebook business page which said that when you observe somebody being disrespected and you do nothing with it, you just witness it. It's not yours. You're not doing it. It's not focused on you. You receive it anyway. You receive the karma of it. You receive the vibration of it. You receive it. And somebody posted, wow. And yes, it is a wow, because I don't think we realize what's really going on with energy. And what's really going on with energy is that the whole world that you live in, that includes me in it, thank you, is a simulation. You've created it. So you've created a circumstance that has shown you a part of who you are, or a part that you have to heal, perhaps in this world, but honestly, most of the time, a part of you. And even if it's extreme, even if it's, I saw someone being murdered. I actually did once. Decades ago. There was a part of me that had that in me to perceive. It was a hit. It was a hit, actually. It was a contracted hit. And so there's a part of me that had that in my vibration to witness that. And for whatever reason, I may now, but I never fully investigated why. It didn't over-traumatize me in a way that I needed to talk about it over the years. It was just something that happened one afternoon in front of me. And it happened in front of others too. There was more than one witness to it. And I'm not going to, I never had to be a witness or anything like that. I just happened to be there. Okay. And so, it's, as I said, some of the fabric of my simulation. Maybe I was watching something at that time. Maybe I was interested in it. Maybe it was romanticized for me in some way that I brought it into my simulation. Okay? And so it doesn't have to be, it's not you deserve it. And it's not really, you should go around your life thinking of it as a negative thing. It's informational. It really is informational. But for instance, when you're not happy about what you're receiving in life, what part are you playing in it? Generally speaking, when you're allowing someone, and even if it can be intentional in some cases, even if you're not the particular direct person doing it, because you're allowing it to happen. But let's say it's unintentional. It's just in your environment. You watch it on the news or something like that. It doesn't mean you should walk around thinking I'm at fault for some way. This is a negative. I've done something wrong. No, it's just informational. It's there for you to learn. It's there for you to perceive about what you truly want, what you really can have in your life, and what you really truly want in your life. So for instance, if I were to witness someone, well, I'm going to give you a great example. Actually, it happened to me yesterday. I was in New York City yesterday. It was a beautiful day. It was a great day. It was even with a couple of things that happened, a perfect day. So at one point, I tripped on a step in Penn Station. And which, if you know me for just a short amount of time, that may not surprise you. Right? Just, it's how it is. But I don't expect it. But it tends to be part of my simulation. But you know why it's part of my simulation too, I think? Because I just had someone in my environment that spoke about how they fall a lot. And it was on my mind. And then I fall. You see how we do that? We create what's on our mind or within us in some way. And so I tripped on a step and I land on all four. Well, both my hands. I did not, I bounced. All right. I wasn't hurt at all. And this, I want to put this disclaimer. This is not of judgment. It's just a perfect example. So there were people sitting on the step because everyone was waiting. We were at the Penn Station. So we were waiting on our trains. And some of the people reached out and said, "Are you all right? Do you need help?" And some of the people just sat there without even a reaction. Some didn't even want to look up from their, they didn't even want to sway much from their phones. So here's the thing. My fall was in their simulation. And for those who said, "Do you need help? Are you all right?" They got the best, highest energy from that moment. And that will transition into a karmic wonder soon after, if not the next moment, because when I came back, because I was walking somewhere and I came back, they weren't there. But somehow their day probably, maybe they closed out something, somehow something got better for them. Where the people that said, "Not my trip, not my problem," I'm laughing at how I put it, probably had someone say the same thing about them. Whether it's an actual trip or a moment in time where they need help or a moment in time where they ask for help, maybe, no matter how much they need it, or just a moment in time, somehow the vibration went to them. Not my trip, not my problem. And they may not, believe me, we're mostly not consciously aware. Most of us in this world are not. I would say most. I would say because we're changing, we're transitioning. But it could be 50, 60% aren't aware of how powerful vibration is. And so it's, when you're more consciously aware like I am, you notice those moments. And you learn from those moments. Now, I don't beat myself up. I used to a few years ago, and it's going through much more healing internally. If I had a moment where I wasn't full on 100% perfect Lisa, I would be more hard on myself. But nowadays, I note it. And something happened even yesterday too, where it was like I missed an opportunity separate from that. And it was like, just note it for the future. Don't miss that opportunity. Don't miss an opportunity like that again. Be more conscious. So that's also a way of correcting. By the way, you don't do it out of ego. It's not ego. It's of why weren't you thinking straight in that moment, or better, or more you. Just note that. Be more conscious. Be more giving. Be more joy, like that. And so it's very important to just like have awareness. The word is really awareness. But know that you don't have to earn the keys to heaven. You don't have to always be striving for the great karma. Most of the time, it's not going to bite you so hard that you're like, oh, I deserve that. Sometimes could be a moment, yes, but not most of the time. It's just an awareness of, how can I really command this life? How can I really be powerful in my life, that I'm the ultimate creator, that I'm at that steering wheel and I'm the one directing. Even when things happen randomly, I'm the one directing. And randomness doesn't happen a whole lot, by the way. It just really doesn't. But you know that, it's not even about I have to have control anyone. It's just, that deliberate creator. How can I be a deliberate creator rather than walk around on autopilot? Just going, like life's an amusement ride and I'm in the amusement ride and it's happening to me rather than, entirely from me. It's happening from you, but not participating in that from. That's what I'm speaking of. I hope that was clear. Like with your active mind, with your conscious mind, with your creative mind engaged in the present moment. Okay? And so I had a couple lack of present moments yesterday, which is why I tripped. I wasn't in the moment. I was thinking ahead to, I want to catch a train and I don't want to be late for the train and I want to go here first. Then there was another moment, which is hysterical, that I wasn't in the present moment. I was thinking ahead. Whenever you think ahead, you have to watch that in the present moment, generally things aren't going to happen like a fall because you're paying attention to your present. And in the present, you don't have worry, anxiety. Usually you don't have trips. You don't have, you're thinking you're going ahead some way where you're not paying attention. So when you pay attention, it's actually the greatest way to take care of yourself. And it's also the way to be tapped into heaven and to experience your loved ones and wisdom and your highest self. It's just the greatest wins, increased wins when you're in the present moment. But we all have moments. We have moments where we're not in the present moment. So again, it's not a negative. It's just about trying to keep that awareness of where you're at and what's happening. We can get tired. We can, and so it's very important to understand you are human and you came here to be human. You signed up for this venture, this journey. And yes, we did. We signed up for it. And so it's, very important to give yourself breaks. Now, I've done, as I said, so much healing that I don't say, oh, you screwed up, Lisa. You have to be perfect. I don't. Even though I facilitate healing in my work, I don't come from a place anymore of I have to fix and save. I facilitate to those who come to me to have facilitation. Okay, so I've grown in that, and I'm very happy about that because I carry less heavy. My body is in better shape. All of that, my spirit, because I'm not carrying the weight as much as I was before, and especially towards myself that said I can't have a bad moment. Yes, you can have a moment. It's okay, right? You just don't want to live in the moment. You don't want to build a house there and stay in that house because you'll miss out so much. You're making life harder for yourself. And you know that you truly don't want to do that. So here's the thing. Sometimes we're a part of something. Like for me that day when I witnessed someone getting shot. I was in my car, they were in their car. It wasn't, as I said, it was just a moment. In that moment today, if I were to be in that part of that simulation, I was very young at that moment, and so everybody ducked. I just ducked on the floor, and for my own safety. And of course, I wanted nothing horrible to happen to anyone. Today, I would be sending out love and blessings to the whole scenario right there in front of me. Heart cohesion. Now, how in this moment can I send healing? Yes, no matter what, because that's how I'm built today. If I were sitting on the steps yesterday and someone tripped, I would have put my arms out automatically. Are you okay? Can I help you? Now, as I said, there has been a time like under 10 years ago when I might not do that myself. And so it's about awareness. It's about growth. It's about the times we're living in where we understand that we're all one. And what happens to one happens to you, even if you're not directly doing it, even if you don't want it to happen to a person, it's still happening to you too. So when children are starving in Gaza, it's happening to you too in some way. Watch what part of your life is starving, what part of your life is suffering more. Does that mean that it's your responsibility to go into that region and bring food? No. It just means that you don't say, not my problem. And feel, because it's about emotions more, not my problem. And it goes to anywhere. Wherever there is violence, starvation, anxieties, natural disasters happening, you're not separate, even if it's a different region of the world. Send out your heart center to it. And if you feel compelled, do more. But the heart center is the most powerful thing to do. Truth. It actually is more powerful than sending a monetary donation. Because it heals like that. It sends healing. And healing is priceless. And it can't be shallow. In other words, a lot of us has this base of, you might not get to heaven. We're programmed. So don't do it thinking you'll get to heaven if you do it. Do it out of heart, out of love, out of that, using every part of that powerful heart that is energetic as much as physical. It's powerful. It brings instantaneous healing when it's connected into profoundly and powerfully. It does impact things in the environment. It does bring down the trauma of things that happen in this world when mass heart energy is being sent out. Yes, I dare to say it could probably push away a weather storm. Okay? With group. And so you have this within your vibration. You have this place that you can put your hand on and use it like a Captain America Marvel super weapon. Sometimes I see that question, what would you choose? Would you be invisible? Would you do this? I would choose to have my heart be even more powerful, and that would be my superhuman ability. It's there anyway. It's what I would choose. So whenever you are exposed to a moment, whether it's small, medium, large, extra large, or extra, extra large, use that heart. And you've just done the greatest gift. You've just given the greatest gift you could possibly ever give. And here's the awesome thing too. When you do it to people who wouldn't expect it from you, give it out to those that it's very hard for you to like. Do it. Give it out to those who have wronged you. Give it out to those who won't talk to you. Give it out to all of them. Give it out, no matter what. You do it anonymously. You do it privately. It's your superhuman power. Your godlike power. They get it, and it heals both of you and the world, the universe too. And so, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like the greatest thing. It makes you the greatest version of yourself. Do it. And if anything humanly can be resolved, it'll be resolved in some divine time and place. And if not, it's all right, because you've already done the higher good. You've already completed the higher good. And I'm smiling talking about that. Because again, it's not of ego. It's you knowing you're God. Because we're all God within. And there is God without. That energy is within us and outside of us and everywhere. And we are a part of that system. We just decided to come here in this third dimensional place where we have to constantly remind ourselves of that we have obstacles and challenges because of our perceptions and our organs, our emotions, our survival mentality, our DNA, all of that. Because we knew if we could overcome all of that, we would be super consciousness. It's like we went for the hardcore course. But yes, we did ask. So, know that overall you're doing all right. But when you observe, send the love to it. Never want bad karma to happen to someone, even if it's just. Now, and when I say never want, I mean don't wait for it, hope for it, get upset if you don't see it, because sometimes we don't see it. Try to step back and to know it's done, no matter what. Okay? Because the universe is fair. It is just. That energy gets things done for the higher good of all. And so you may think it's allowing something or something, someone's getting away with something. No one gets away with anything. But sometimes that person that you would say that about is your greatest teacher. Yep. We've had some greatest teachers in this world of ours over time. So keep that in mind. What are they teaching me? What are they teaching us as a civilization? And everything else, try to send love to, but also leave in a dumpster. Anything that's lower energy, leave in a dumpster. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you all very much. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please like, please subscribe, please share. I also noticed a little uptick on my followers on Instagram. I did do a video. It's been a few weeks now. I'm going to be doing more videos, so please, yes, no matter what, I'm going to be doing that. I've just am in a transition phase right now, but oh yes, social media will be expanding for me on all levels because I'm here to teach, and I'm here to learn and to teach what I learned. So I will be sharing, and I have a lot to share. So stay tuned. And again, on Facebook, under business page, Lisa M. Hop, I have a personal page. I don't post events on that page normally. It is my personal page. But the business page is the one to follow because that will give you all the upcoming stuff. All right. Thank you again. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday, a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next time.